The Suns are one victory away from making the NBA Finals for the third time in franchise history. First trip since, I believe, 93. Let's dive into some best bets ahead of Game 5. DK Live manager Chirag Hira and DraftKings contributor Kenny Ducey. Good morning, gentlemen. Home tonight against the Clippers, 5-point favorites trying to get CP3 his first trip to the finals. Do they get it done and cover, Kenny?
I think that the Los Angeles Clippers cover in this game. Now, I'm not sure the Los Angeles Clippers are going to win. I've been very, very bullish on them all series long, but let's just break this down and look at all the 4 games in this series. You know, I really just have not been impressed with the Phoenix Suns. And I'm a guy who loves the Phoenix Suns. I've been yelling Mikal Bridges' name for the entire season. But look at game 1, right? Ty Lue, experimental lineups. This team was gassed. That, you know, they basically rested their stars a little bit, or their best players. You know, they only have 1 star. And they were within 2 points in the final minute. Game 2, Paul George, they lucked out with those 2 missed free throws. The Suns escaped. Game 3, they lost. And Game 4, we can all agree that both teams played awfully. So the Phoenix Suns have not really played a good team game in this entire series. Game 1 was the closest thing, and really it was just Devin Booker's heroics that got them there. You know, Chris Paul has slowed down the pace as we thought he would, but he's missed a lot of jumpers. He just does not look the same right now. And the Los Angeles Clippers, they really just haven't had that good game that we know that they're capable of. You know, game 1, they did have a great 3-point shooting performance, but I still think that they're capable of a ton more than they've shown in this series. You know, Paul George, I think that he'll bounce back a little bit from 2 bad games. And look, you know, this team could be out of gas, but to me, I don't see a lot separating the 2 sides. I think the Clippers actually have the better A game if both teams brought their A game. So I do think that 5.5 points, or 5 points as it were, just a lot to lay with the Suns. I think the Clippers here make this game very close.
Who covers, Chirag?
I think there's 2 ways that this game plays out. A really tight contested contest, which sets up for the Clippers to cover, or a blowout with the Suns being able to take this game with the Clippers being gassed. I'm leaning towards the blowout a little bit just because I think this is finally the game that the Suns can feed off their crowd. And you're right, it was the last time since 93 that the Suns made it to the finals. So I think this is kind of that scenario where they feed off their home crowd and pump it up to get this blowout win.